This doorbell footage of a home invasion is crazy. It happens so fast and it raises some important legal questions about self-defense. What is up, guys? Will Workman here with Self-Defense Encounters, here to give you a real-world example of how to defend yourself. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. This one starts off with a mom and a daughter coming home, and as they're pulling in, the daughter's ex-boyfriend pulls in behind them. They realize pretty quickly he shouldn't be here. I don't know what he's doing here, and I don't know much of the backstory. I don't know if he was abusive to the daughter or what. They're getting home, and he apparently followed them home. Let's watch and see what happens.
Stop it, Allie. Boys, in the house. I'm doing it. Wait. He's leaving. Hey, he's coming back.
Is he home?
Nope, I'm calling. James, she doesn't want to talk to you.
Get off the porch. James, no.
Hey, what? Okay, well, he's fine. He don't have nothing. He don't have no gun. He don't have no gun. Don't do anything. He's
trying to break in and get to our daughter.
okay. Well, he's not moving. He don't have a gun.
He broke our door in. Trying to get to our daughter. Our daughter's busted in. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. Did you shoot him?
Yes.
Okay. Call 911.
We're on the phone with him right now.
Okay, he's not moving. He ain't going nowhere. I know I heard 5 shots. Like, what the?
No, 3 shots. He broke into our door coming in after our daughter. But my husband shot. He come barreling in right behind me and my daughter in the car.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so we got in here and he wouldn't leave. We kept telling him to leave.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. He's fucking so sorry. I'm so sorry. Obviously, this was a that between you. Was he dating her?
They dated a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
I think.
And he
Yeah.
left her voicemail, left a message last night. Oh my God.
Okay, just calm down. Calm down. He's dead. He's got the gun. Huh? He's got the gun. Who has the gun? The people inside here shot this guy here was trying to break into their house. The guy's dead. He died. Where's the guy with the gun? The guy's dead right here. Where's the guy with the gun? Inside the house.
What do you guys think about the neighbor's response to the police when they get there? I have some strong feelings about that. We'll get to that in just a minute. The first thing that we can learn from this is that we need to be paying attention and recognize threats. The mother and the daughter do a really good job of this. I don't know how obvious this was, but he pulled in behind them when they got home, and they recognized pretty quickly this guy could be a threat. We need to get away from him. And I love that they go into the house, close and lock the door, and put that barrier between them. They could have easily gotten out of the car and had an argument with this guy in their driveway, and that would have put them in a really vulnerable position. So I love that when they recognize that threat, they don't try to engage with him outside. They immediately go inside, lock the door, and put that barrier between them and the threat. The other thing that I love here is once he comes to the door, they don't give him an inch. They don't say, hey, why are you here? Hey, what do you need? Anything like that. The first thing that the mom says is, she doesn't want to talk to you. You need to leave. So they give clear verbal commands, and he's just not having that. I don't know if this guy is drunk, if he's high, if he is just abusive and really angry, but he is not okay with that. He wants to get in there to her. So as he starts hitting the door and kicking the door in, the dad starts hollering, get off the porch, you need to leave, I have a gun. I think he does a pretty good job here with those clear verbal commands of telling him what he needs to do. I think he could even be a little bit more intense. So he shoots through the door here. Is that justified? Now, if I didn't see this doorbell footage and I just heard the story, right? You just heard dad shoots daughter's ex-boyfriend through the front door. It gives you a little pause there, right? It's not very clean. It really doesn't sound great. But this guy is willing to break down their door to get to their daughter. He's willing to use whatever force necessary to break down that door. And they are screaming at him, you need to stop, you need to leave, we have a gun, and he is not stopping. You put yourself in a very vulnerable situation if you actually let someone break into the house, because then you've got a gun, you know that they're not going to stop, and then you've put yourself where you can get entangled with them. So I do like that he waits and continues to give verbal commands the first few times this guy is trying to break down the door. And I'm actually okay with him shooting through the door here. Because they gave those clear verbal commands and because they have this footage showing that, I think they did a really good job of giving him every chance to not get shot here. And unfortunately, that's the choice that he made. And I also love that he stopped shooting when he felt like the threat had stopped. Let's talk about the aftermath here with the neighbor and the mom and the police officer. If you hear shots ring out from your neighbor's house, I'm gonna advise that you probably not just creep over into their yard looking around to see what's going on. I would suggest that you immediately get on the phone with 911, and then if you have your neighbor's phone number, maybe call them instead of going over there and investigating yourself, because you're putting yourself in danger at that point, especially when you have no idea what the situation is. Now, I get it, this guy is trying to help, he wants to understand what's going on, but the mom starts banging on the window and saying, hey, he tried to break into our house. I think what she's trying to do is saying, like, don't go near him, he's dangerous. And the guy just wants to hear the full story and wants to understand what's going on. Realize that this is not the time to give your statement, right? You are under no obligation to explain anything to this neighbor. And because this is on video, guys, I can tell you right now it's going to be brought up in court. And like they say in the movies, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. This is something that she's saying of her own free will because she wants to communicate with the neighbor. I get it, but it's not a good idea because she's in shock at this point. She's terrified and she's trying to tell a story when she's in panic mode, which is never good. So the neighbor here wants to kind of argue with her about the situation and say, well, he doesn't have a gun, he's fine. Then he says the words that every man has said every time he straps something into the back of the truck.
He ain't going nowhere.
So it's once the police get here that you realize this neighbor is kind of an idiot, right? All the information that the police have is that there's been someone who was trying to break into a house and someone with a gun shot them, right? So the police are gonna get there and they want to know where's the gun, where's the danger, do we need to stop any violence right now? The neighbor just wants to talk about the dead guy lying there and tell the whole story. That's not what the police wanna know in that situation. The police want to clear the scene first. So if you are on scene, you need to have your hands up whether you're involved or not and say, the guy with the gun is in there, I'm getting out of the way. You don't need to put yourself in this situation where you could potentially get shot, get in the line of fire. It's really dangerous. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more self-defense encounters, and I'll see you next time.